Welcome to the 19th episode of the PlayStation Randomizer, the show that is quickly turning into the opposite of the completionist. 19th time's the charm, right? What is magic orbs? That sounds like more mobile game trash. Metacritic is not promising either. Well, here we go again, I guess. I fully expected this to be another bland mobile game port, but it's actually pretty dope. Like, it is very simple, and it is a mobile game port as far as I can tell, but it's a solid blend of Brick Breaker and pinball, kind of. I'm a sucker for Brick Breakers, I don't know why. They're fun and can be foundations to build off of by mixing it up with weird power-ups and other gimmicks. Like in this case. Instead of just bouncing around blocks for points, you're basically wreaking havoc on the world-themed environment, but there's also some things that can't be destroyed and you can use to your advantage to help destroy level elements, such as cannons. And the power-ups are crazy too, even if you kinda have to guess what they'll do the first time they show up, since some are really good and others are instant death. But the mix of level-destroying weapons, ball modifications, and stage hazards really help mix things up, and the levels themselves are a lot more interesting to look at and destroy than really any other Brick Breaker game I've played. Honestly, despite being simple in design, the execution is a lot of fun, and this one is one I would consider just calling a complete because the whole point is to knock out all the levels, but there's a catch here. I tried to unlock more levels with a different world design just to mix up the visuals of this video, and the game crashed because it couldn't go anywhere to unlock more levels. It seems like this was a game with PSN store support for buying the rest of the levels, rather than in-game currency like I suspected, so there's unfortunately just not a lot of content here anymore since it won't let me access those locked levels or the, old PlayStation store that this game would have used. Huge oversight for a game that's still playable on the surface. They could have maybe had all of the levels unlocked by default so that you don't have to go to a broken store to unlock them. If anyone that's played this knows of a workaround, I'd like to know because it's a really fun game, but until then, it'll have to be a try since you can't play that much of it. I'm also curious about the multiplayer mode. Might have to try that out sometime if it works. Maybe it's like a co-op situation of two people trying to get the most destruction in the same level. Could be fun. But on that note, come back next week for another game that I have never actually played before. See you then.